Live from Asmara, this is ERi-TV English News Broadcast for 3rd of March 2026. And the time is 10:30 p.m. Good evening to you, and let's begin with the top stories. Community participation in health activities in Ansawa region. Commendable maternity service by Adagahamu's Maternity Hospital. Trump says he won't rule out sending ground troops to Iran. And the United States imposed sanctions on Rwanda's defense forces. At an activity assessment meeting conducted on 27th and 28th February, it was reported that encouraging community participation has been registered in the implementation of chartered programs as well as in the expansion and renovation of health facilities in the Ansawa region. Noting that strong efforts are being exerted in health service care provision, Dr. Henok Tahaye, head of the Ministry of Health branch in the region, said that owing to the integrated efforts undertaken in 2025, the number of pregnant women giving birth at health facilities increased from 72% to 80%. The TB cure rate reached 95%. The malaria infection rate declined from 8.5% to 6.5%, and vaccination coverage for children under 5 years of age reached 92%. Dr. Henok went on to say that addressing medicine's demands, putting in place the necessary medical facilities and human resources, renovating surgical facilities at Karen Hospital and Haggaz Community Hospitals, as well as conducting successful cataract surgeries were among the implemented activities. The participants conducted extensive discussion on the issues raised at the meeting and adopted various recommendations. The recommendations included upgrading the Melebso Health Station to the health center, organizing capacity building training for newly assigned health practitioners, expanding community-based environmental sanitation activities, as well as exerting strong effort to control the prevalence of malaria. Noting that the achievements registered will have significant contribution to the implementation of future programs, Ms. Amina Nur Hussein, Minister of Health, called for reinforced efforts with a view to meeting the Sustainable Development Goals and controlling the prevalence of diseases in the Ansawa region. There's one referral hospital, there are community hospitals, 6 health centers, 29 health stations, and 36 health units providing active healthcare service to the public. Dr. Dawit Stefanos, Medical Director of Adagahamu's Maternity Hospital, reported that equipped with modern facilities and human power, the hospital is registering encouraging improvements in delivering maternity service. Dr. Dawit further noted that in 2025, 3,000 pregnant women delivered at the hospital, including 450 through surgery. He also said that health treatments and counseling are being provided to couples facing fertility problems, and cervical treatment service are also being provided. Dr. Abel Abraham and Nurse Bana Takhla, staff members of the hospital, on their part stated that the medical facilities being introduced from time to time are contributing to successful provision of healthcare service at the hospital. Adagahamu's Maternity Hospital provides delivery services, vaccination for children under 5 years of age, hepatitis B vaccination, 14 types of immunization services, as well as fertility services. Residents of Kachero administrative area in Golid subzone are conducting extensive water and soil conservation activities with a view to stabilizing the environment and thereby boosting agricultural production. The program commenced in mid-January and is being carried out with strong participation of the residents. Noting that the program is being conducted on grazing lands, Mr. Arafa Mahmoud, administrator of the administrative area, said that the activity is being carried out led by agricultural experts. Mr. Huru Yabio, coordinator of the program, said that so far over 200 hectares of terraces have been constructed with the daily participation of 400 manpower. Those were updates on domestic issues. We'll come back with global affairs. Stay tuned. U.S. President Donald Trump said yesterday that he's not ruling out sending U.S. ground troops into Iran if necessary. Trump said that if nuclear-armed Iran is intolerable to the United States and the U.S. will continue its large-scale military operation in Iran. The U.S. and Israel's objectives are very clear, including destroying Iran's missile capabilities and ensuring that Iran cannot acquire nuclear weapons, he said. Iran Security Chief Ali Larijani said yesterday that Iran has prepared itself for a long war. The Iranian people will fiercely defend their country, regardless of the cost, and will make the enemies sorry for their miscalculation, he added. The conflict starting yesterday has intensified, with the two countries launching new waves of strikes on Tehran, while Iran retaliated with missile barrages fired at Israel and U.S.-linked targets across the Middle East. On Saturday, the U.S. and Israeli carried out a barrage of strikes on Iran, killing many top officials, including Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. Tehran retaliated with its own strikes across the region. The Islamic Revolution Guard Corps IRGC Navy launched a large-scale drone and missile attack on the U.S. air base in the Sheikh Issa area of Bahrain early this morning. The U.S. Department of State has urged all Americans to immediately depart more than a dozen countries in the Middle East, including Saudi Arabia and Qatar, amid escalating U.S.-Israeli strikes against Iran. Washington says Rwanda's military action are sabotaging a peace agreement between the two countries signed in December last year, which was brokered by the U.S. At the time, President Donald Trump described the deal as a great miracle after years of violence in the eastern Congo, but warned that any party who violated it would face severe penalties. Rwanda has long rejected claims that it supported the M23, but the U.S. Treasury Department said territorial gains made by the rebels would have been impossible without their backing. It said it was fully committed to disengagements of its force in tandem with the DRC, or Democratic Republic of Congo, implementing their obligation under U.S.-led mediation. But it accused Kinshasa of failing to keep promises, such as sending support for militias based in eastern DRC. The government in Kigali and the sanctions unjustly target only one party to conflict and misrepresent the facts. The sanctions are a huge setback for Rwanda, which for decades has enjoyed close relations with the United States, Britain, and other European countries. Trump has hailed the December peace deal as a way to secure critical mineral for the U.S. from the resource-rich Democratic Republic of Congo. We're about to conclude our news broadcast, but before saying goodnight, here's a final glance at the top stories. Community participation in health activities in the Ansawa region. Commendable maternity service by Odaga Hamus Maternity Hospital. Trump says he won't rule out sending ground troops to Iran. And the United States imposed sanctions on Rwanda's defense forces. That's all with the news for this session. On behalf of the entire news crew, thank you very much for watching. Have a great night.